Hey Ravens fans, let's talk about some interesting developments on the defensive side of the ball. Before we dive into today's news, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest Ravens updates. We've been waiting for this for a while now, and it looks like David Ojabo is finally back 100%, and boy is he ready to make an impact. Now, Ohabo's journey hasn't been easy. A second-round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft out of Michigan, he was expected to bring some serious heat to our pass rush. But as everyone knows, his NFL career got off to a rocky start. He tore his Achilles tendon during Michigan's Pro Day, which limited him to just 2 games in his rookie season. Then, as if that wasn't tough enough, he was hit with a partially torn ACL last year, keeping him out for most of the season. It's been a long, hard road for Ojabo, but if Saturday's preseason game against the Falcons is any indication, he's finally on the other side. In that 13-12 win over the Falcons, Ojabo showed some serious potential. One of the highlights? A nasty spin move that nearly resulted in a sack, exactly the kind of disruptive play we've been waiting to see from him. After the game, Ojabo talked about how that kind of performance doesn't surprise him in the slightest. "It doesn't surprise me because I know the type of player I am," Ojabo said. "You just have to go out there and shoot, honestly. I also know the work I've put in, so the work always comes out." That's the kind of confidence and work ethic you love to hear from a player who's had to overcome so much. Ohabo's story isn't just about physical recovery, it's also about mental toughness. He's leaned on his faith, his family and his teammates to get through these challenging times. And he had some very strong support systems, including fellow Ravens Odafoa and Justin Madubike, who he says are like brothers to him. "I just kept praying. I have a really strong family. I have a good foundation here," Ojabo shared. "Dave, Odafoa, is like my brother, and Beeks, Justin Madubike, is like my brother, so I live for them. Those 3 things, God, family, and friends, I really focused on that and of course the work, man. Nothing comes easy, so I just put my head down and worked." With J.V. and Clowney now with the Carolina Panthers, there's a big hole to fill in our pass rush. Ohabo's performance against the Falcons could be just the beginning of him stepping into that role. And let's not forget, this is a defense that led the league in sacks last season. If Ojabo can build on this momentum, he could be a key piece in keeping this pass rush dominance alive. So, what do you guys think? Is Ojabo poised for a breakout season? Could he be the guy to fill the void left by Clowney? Let me know what you think in the comments below. We had a big scare last week, and I'm sure many of you were concerned when we heard that our beloved offensive line coach, Joe Dallasandres, was hospitalized with an acute illness. Now, if you've been following the Ravens for any length of time, you know how important Joe D is to this team. He's been with us since 2017, and at 70 years old, he's not only one of the most experienced coaches we've had, but he's also one of the most respected figures in the building. So when the news of his hospitalization broke, it hit the entire team, and honestly, all of us fans, pretty hard. But here's the good news, Coach D is making serious progress. Head coach John Harbaugh shared an update on Tuesday that gave everyone a little relief. According to Harbaugh, the coach is recovering and things are looking positive. "Our prayers and thoughts are still with Joe D," Harbaugh said after practice. Joe D is making good progress, from what I understand, from conversations with his daughters, texting his daughters on the phone, and the information that they're sharing is that they're very encouraged by his progress. He still has some work to do, but he's a fighter. There's no one stronger than Joe D, and things are looking good right now. Now, while we're all keeping Coach D in our thoughts and hoping for a full recovery, the team still has some moving forward to do. Taking on the role of leading our offensive line during this critical time is George Warhop, a veteran coach with nearly 30 years of NFL experience. Warhop was most recently with the Houston Texans, and let me tell you, he's making a strong first impression. Harbaugh had nothing but praise for Warhop, noting that he's taken the reins with ease, a huge relief given the timing of everything. "George is a very experienced coach," Harbaugh said. "He and Joe have a long history, too. He got it right, and in order for it to be perfect, you have to be really good. It's really tough to step into a role like that right now, So you have to be a high-level coach to be able to do that, and that's why George Warhop was an opportunity for us, a blessing that it was available. Harbaugh added, I believe it's a God thing, I really do, so it's going really well, the guys are responding really well to him. He understands exactly what we're trying to do, and he's doing a great job. With everything going on, the offensive line remains a question mark for us, with the starting spots at left guard, and right tackle still up for grabs. But with Warhop fitting in so seamlessly, the Ravens are in good hands as they navigate these final decisions. Losing Joe D'Alessandris at such a crucial time could have been a huge setback, but it looks like we're doing just fine, and hopefully the D coach will be back with us soon, stronger than ever. So, Ravens fans, what do you think of Warhop's addition? Are you confident in the offensive line going forward? Let us know in the comments below. First, let's talk about our star quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Now, there's always been a lot of talk surrounding Lamar, especially when it comes to his playoff performances. But here's the thing, Lamar doesn't care about the critics. He has one thing on his mind, and that's leading the Ravens to the Super Bowl. In a recent appearance, Lamar was asked if criticism of his playoff performances is driving him to success. His answer? He's not paying attention to the noise. I'm motivating myself because I know what I want to do at the end of the day, Lamar said. These guys have their time. I don't really care about the criticism, what the critics say. He's focused on the big picture. Last season, Lamar and the Ravens made it all the way to the AFC Championship game under a new system, just 1 year after a season-ending injury. And while the journey didn't end with a Super Bowl, Lamar isn't letting that get him down. He has his eyes on the prize and knows the team is getting closer. We're getting closer, I'll tell you that. We just have to keep going, and God willing, we'll get there. That's our goal, Lamar added. He has a laser focus on the future and isn't letting outside voices get in the way of that. Now, we all know that quarterbacks like Lamar, especially two-time MVPs, are judged by how many championships they win. But let's not forget that Lamar is still only 27 years old. For some perspective, even Peyton Manning lost his first 3 playoff games before finally winning one at the same age. So if there's one thing we should all have, it's patience. Lamar's story is far from over. So, what do you think, Ravens fans? Are you worried about a possible decline, or do you think Lamar and the team will prove the doubters wrong? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Go Ravens!